It's Taco Tuesday. We got two best bets and a big underdog parlay. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven. We're back with some more baseball bets for June 20th. It was a frustrating night. It was so freaking close to a huge night that we could have had. I'll get into that. I got some things to say about it. Movie Monday was a success. Thank you guys for participating. That's a lot of fun. Celtic Pride, that's a great movie. I watched that a lot when I was younger. Dan Aykroyd. The Sixth Man, the Wayans brothers, that was a classic too. UW Huskies, near where I am. And then the Pistol, I have not seen yet, but that's a good recommendation. Pistol Pete, I haven't seen that movie. And then He Got Game, of course, another one. But I also had some people love Blue Chips and the Air up there, so nice to see that. But anyways, that's a lot of fun for talking movies. Just something other than bets sometimes is a lot of fun. Before we dive in and I kind of vent a little bit about yesterday and let you guys know what happened, like, subscribe, and comment for me. We got just short of 200 likes in the last video. We can hit 200. I know we can. We are oh so freaking close to 4,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It's been a fun, I think, what, 9, 10 months of our podcast so far. So a lot of fun. Keep commenting, ask questions, let me know. It's fun talking to you guys every day. So, anyways, recap of yesterday. The Reds team total over five. They had five, so it was a push, right? It's not the end of the world, but man, did they have chances, especially bottom of the eighth. I think it was Newman, the leadoff hitter, was up. They couldn't get it done. They needed one more run. So the winning run for this bet was on third base. Not only that, Matt McLean in my hitting parlay was on deck. So he was stuck on deck, and the winning run was stuck on third. I mean, that's how close we were to literally hitting two bets, going 2-0, bada bing, bada boom. That's how close it is. It's just unbelievable. If he gets one hit right there, we get 6, 7 runs. McLean maybe gets a hit. Now, McLean got hit by a pitch, which did not help today either. He didn't get as many chances. I think he only had 3 chances with the hit by pitch and didn't quite get that fifth at bat. So it is what it is. Brian Hayes got his hit, but that was rough, guys. That's how close baseball is. You know, you can look at it and go, "Oh, he went 0-1 or 0-2, and he was terrible." But if you really look at the baseball, what happened, like I would bet those again. I thought they were good bets, and Reds could have easily got six, but they didn't lose. They still got five. And the parlay, we hit 2 of 3 legs. This is the only reason we did not hit another parlay, which would have been a third out of the last 4 parlays, because Corbin Burns didn't come to play only in the first inning. That's it. They literally scored 11, what was it, 10 runs total in that game. 10. 6 of them were in the top of the first inning. 6 by Corbin Burns. He came in not ready to play, and then all of a sudden he settled in and finally was better. And it was like 9-1. I needed 8 or less. That's all it was. If he just gives up like 2 runs in the first inning, we win. Like 3 runs. It was just unbelievable. That top of the first inning was the reason for no cash. But I'm not here making excuses. Like, this is baseball. This is what happens. I love the game. But man, that was tough. That was tough. Just letting you guys know in case you guys didn't follow the games or anything like that. But anyways, now real quick before we dive into the bets recap, we are doing hitter matchups, pitcher matchups. We got our best bets. And then I got a little half unit underdog parlay that I want to share with you guys, kind of have some fun with another parlay. So here we go. Let's go to the bets recap. There it is. We don't need to talk about it. We already did. So close to that parlay. We literally could have been 3-0 and up over 5 units today. That's how close. One top of the first inning, and then that Reds run could have got, yeah, anyways. We talked about it. That's right. We got to get better. We're going to do it. Let's start it now. But that starts with the good hitter matchups. All right, let's go. We got 10 good hitter matchups for you, and that starts with Mr. Jose Abreu of the Astros. He's 19 for 49, 3 doubles, and 6 bombs off of Verlander. Now, Abreu is obviously not the same hitter he used to be, but this is a crazy matchup. He pretty much owns Verlander. Next one, Jose on the same team. Jose Altuve, 9 for 16, 1 double off of Verlander. And then this next one's kind of crazy. Matt Carpenter of the Padres, 13 for 29, 2 doubles, and 4 bombs off of Desclafani. Then we got Trent Grisham of the Padres also, 4-4-11, 4-4-11. Say that 3 times fast. 1 bomb versus Desclafani. And then we got Yuli Gurriel, 7 for 23, 2 bombs versus Yusei Kikuchi. Gurriel is on the Marlins, by the way. Then we got Austin Riley, 5 for 13, 2 doubles versus Ranger Suarez. Riley plays for the Braves. Ian Happ of the Cubs, 6 for 13, 2 doubles, and 1 triple versus Oviedo of the Pirates. And then we got Lamont Wade Jr., 4 of 12, 1 bomb versus Yu Darvish. Mike Yastrzemski, 7 for 18, 3 bombs off for Darvish. And then the final one, a freaking Mariner. J.P. Crawford, 4 for 11 with 1 home run off of Garrett Cole. I wouldn't trust any Mariner offensive player. But, anyways, those are the best 10 hitter matchups that we got today. Let's move on to the good pitcher strikeout matchups. All right, let's move over to the bump. We got 3 good pitcher strikeout matchups. First one, Garrett Cole versus the Mariners. Mariners' third highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at 26.6%. Garrett Cole, 98 Ks and 91.2 innings. The Mariners just faced Lance Lynn. I think it was in their last game, actually, on Sunday. He had 16 Ks off him. Listen, that doesn't happen all the time. I'm not saying Cole's going to get 15 or 16 Ks, but man, the Mariners know how to struggle sometimes. So I think I saw Cole's somewhere around 8.5, 9.5, somewhere in that range. But it's something to think about. But it is a lot of Ks. Next one, Nathan Eovaldi of the Rangers against the White Sox. White Sox sneakily have the sixth highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at 25.6%. They're not usually in the top when it comes to Ks. Eovaldi, 92 Ks and 93.2 innings. He's been really good on the road, too. Last one, Clayton Kershaw, the Battle of LA versus the Angels. Angels, fourth highest K percentage versus lefties in the last month at 27.9%. Kershaw, we all know he knows how to strike out some hitters. 98 Ks and 82.1 innings. We got a battle of the lefties in that game. So those are the 3 best pitcher strikeout matchups that I could find. Now it's time for the best bets. All right, game number 1 takes us out to Cleveland. Oakland A's at the Guardians, minus 225 on the money line for the Guardians. A's are plus 190 on the money line with an over-under of 9 runs. I'm getting right into it. It is the Guardians, minus 1.5 at minus 115 is my best bet in this game. Let's start with the A's. These beautiful A's that have now struggled again. This is weird. Luis Medina is supposed to start, but then I heard a report that actually if a Waldachuk is going to be the opener, which means he might throw 1, maybe 2 innings and then hands it off to Medina. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't freaking matter to me. It's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Honestly, they both suck, so I am not worried at all. Luis Medina is going to throw the majority of it, so let's talk about him. 7.5 ERA, 33 earned runs given up in 39.1 innings, giving up almost 32% hard contact, over a 10% walk rate, 10 home runs given up in those 39 innings. I mean, he is not a major league pitcher. Let's just be honest. He's just not. And then on the other side, we got Aaron Savali, 2.67 ERA. He does have an expected ERA of 3.79, which is about where I see him finishing around that this year based on his career and everything. But so far, only given up 25% hard contact. Like I said, he is due for a little regression, but I mean, it's against the A's, and it's not that much regression. So 2 earned runs or less given up in 4 of his 5 starts this year. He's just a decent pitcher. He uses his curveball 22% of the time. I don't know if you guys ever watch him. He actually has an 0.74 batting average against that curveball, so it's pretty filthy. Now, the A's, in case you haven't kept up on the A's, after their ridiculous winning streak, they have now lost 5 in a row. Welcome to the world of the A's. In those 5 games, they have scored a total of 11 runs. They are back to being the A's offense. The Guardians also have the much better bullpen in this game. That's not even a question. Guardians have a pretty decent bullpen, and the A's have nothing. Just absolutely nothing. A bunch of Waldichucks coming out. Also, the Guardians offense. So I have not bet the Guardians a lot this year because I don't trust their offense a lot. But in this matchup, I don't mind it, especially with how they are swinging the bat. In the month of June, they have the 10th best WRC plus versus righties and the second best batting average versus righties, hitting 289. They've been scoring quite a few runs lately. So I like the Guardians minus 1.5 on the run line at minus 115 as my best bet. Now it's time for that hitter parlay. All right, let's go. We need some good luck on a hitter parlay, man. It has been off and on, hit and miss, but we're going to hit this. Let's do it. We got a Corbin Carroll and Josh Naylor, 1+ hit each parlay at minus 112. Corbin Carroll, do I need to talk about him? He's my guy. He is just the man. 392 average in the last 15 days, 1+ hit in 16 of the last 20, and he's facing Colin Rhea. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Colin Diarrhea, 4.71 ERA, giving up 30% hard contact. He has an average K rate. This guy's not a good pitcher. He's just blah to me. He's probably a little below average. Corbin Carroll's just the man. He just is. He's on a roll. I think he's going to get 5 at bats this game, and so I like him. Corbin Carroll, 1+ hit each. We've wrote him before. Let's do it again. Second part, we have not used this guy yet all year. Josh Naylor, 1+ hit. He plays for the Guardians. Now, He's actually tied for the second most hits in Major League Baseball in the last 15 days with 22 hits. That might be a stat you don't know, except unless you saw our Who's on Fire, he was on that list. So, in those 15 days, he has a 400 average right now. He's not a power guy if you don't know him. He just gets a lot of hits. He doesn't hit for power at all. He just had a 14-game hitting streak snapped 3 games ago. So, in the last 20, he has one plus hit in 15 of those 20 games. And we all know he's facing Funky Cole Medina, Waldichuk Chuck, and that A's bullpen. I mean, you can't ask for a better matchup. You really can't in all of the league. So, maybe Jordan Lyles. I don't know. Maybe Lance Lynn sometimes. Anyways, unless he faces the Mariners, we make him look good. So, anyways, that's what we got, guys. Two guys that are absolutely on fire. I like Corbin Carroll, Josh Naylor, one plus hit each at minus 112 as my next best bet. And now it's time for some fun with an underdog parlay. All right, here we go. Let's have some fun with an underdog parlay. We got one at plus 410. That's right. Phillies money line and Nats first five money line. I'm only putting a half unit on it, just so you guys know. You guys do whatever you want, obviously, but I'm only putting a half unit on it. So here we go. Let's start out with the Phillies money line. Strider is on the mound for the Braves. He's been struggling lately. I think you guys have seen that. Five earned runs, I think, to the Tigers it was, and now eight earned runs to the Mets. That game against the Tigers, he also had the lowest amount of Ks of the whole season at 6. So that was just a bad outing. And again, that's the freaking Tigers we're talking about. The Phillies offense in the month of June, seventh best overall offense versus righties. So you got to love to see that. Strider's going to have to bounce back. I don't know if he can with the way he's throwing. Maybe teams have figured out his only two pitch mix, even though those two pitches are lethal. But yeah, we'll see. Ranger Suarez is on the mound. He's a lefty for the Phillies. He's been throwing the ball really well. I tried to fade him earlier this year, and it wasn't a great idea, that's for sure. He's found his form from last year, it looks like. One earned run given up in the last 13 innings, and those were against the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. So that was very impressive. And 15 Ks in those 13 innings. So he uses his curveball. This is just a little nerd time, but curveball 22% usage, and he's only given up 6.5% hard contact. That's just crazy. And also an 069 average against that curveball. So it's pretty filthy. Either way, he's just pretty steady. I think he can keep this Braves offense down a little. I mean, it's not going to be easy, guys. It's an underdog parlay for a reason. It is not going to be easy. But the Phillies at home, Strider's been struggling. I like the odds. I think it's like plus 135 if you take it by itself. So I don't mind that either. But that's the first leg, Phillies money line. Second one, Nats first five money line. I am not touching the whole game because I have zero trust in the Nats bullpen. But we got two lefties on the mound. Jordan Montgomery of the Cardinals versus Mackenzie Gore. Gore is one of the only pitchers I actually trust on the Nats. Sometimes Josiah Gray, but two lefties. Cardinals find ways to just blow games. If you haven't found that out yet this year, they just find ways. Here's the deal in the month of June. This isn't going to stay this way forever, but I think we can catch the Cardinals on a cold streak. They are dead last versus left-handed pitching in the month of June WRC plus with a 39 WRC plus. That is horrendous. Dead last. They are also in the month of June 29th versus lefties in batting average at 168. Now, it's a couple weeks, it's like 18 days. I get that small sample size, but the Cardinals are just struggling this year. I think, and the Nats are about average in the month of June hitting lefties, so they're better than the Cardinals. I think Gore and Montgomery are about a wash. I actually like Gore a little bit more. But I just like this. Nats first five money line. I mean, it's just, you got a kind of a wash as starting pitcher. Nats team that actually hits lefties better than this Cardinals team. So I'm not messing with the bullpens. We got Phillies money line, Nats first five money line. Put it together for a half unit only at plus 410. Let's have some fun. Let's hit a big one. And those are our best bets for today. Now it's time for the bets recap page. There we go. Guardians minus 1.5 to beat the A's. Corbin Carroll, Josh Naylor, one plus hit each at minus 112. And then the underdog parlay, Phillies money line, Nats first five money line, plus 410 for a half a unit. There we go, guys. Thank you guys for all the support. It's been a ton of fun. This is awesome. I swear we're going on a winning streak soon. I just know it. I feel it. We've been so freaking close on these bets. But here we go. It's baseball. The mental grind is real. We're going to keep fighting for you guys, keep researching, keep putting in the work. So thank you for all the support. Hope everyone has a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you guys later.